Hey my friend, Will here over at Pips and Gains, and welcome back to another prop firm trading review. Today we're going to be looking at one of the biggest firms out there, and that is the 5%ers. We're going to go through their programs, and I'm going to share with you some personal experience as well as inside a previous account with them and a brand new challenge account that I've just opened up with their new high stakes program. So before we actually get into the video, if you are new to the channel or you haven't yet subscribed yet, simply hit the subscribe button now so I can keep on sharing videos like this, sharing my near 15 years experience in the FX markets, hopefully help you become a better, more consistent, profitable trader. So let's get into the review. The 5%ers, it is a firm that I done a challenge with the start of this year on the previous instant funded accounts. Have since changed them, and personally it is one of my favorite prop firms that I've experienced out there so far. Very easy to deal with. Their programs are very straightforward to use, and from what I've seen they do pay out, and everything is good inside when you're using their funded trading accounts. So also note that I have no affiliation with 5%ers. There you won't see like other reviews, any discount codes, etc. This is just a review doing my sharing my personal experience with them and what I think of them. So let's head over to the main page, and this is it here. Click through. So first thing we want to look at their funded programs. Now, the hyper growth one is their previous instant funding. They have slightly changed the rules on it, and we'll look at that first. So this used to be the instant funded account. They've slightly changed the. Is this instant funded hyper growth? It is, yeah. So they have slightly changed the rules with this. It used to be just the drawdown, so it used to just be the 6% drawdown, and that was it. Now they have a daily pause, which is a 3%. You don't actually feel the challenge if you hit the daily pause. They just pause your account so you can continue trading the next trading day. Before, when I actually passed the instant funding evaluation at the start of the year, I think it was in March, and I'll show you that in a minute, it was just a 6%, so it was a lot easier to complete. Target is 10% now. I think it used to be, let me just check. So it was a 6K account, and I think it was 8%, or 6%. Just have to work that out there, I'm not too sure. But you can see this was it. It was 375 with 6K. So the profit target was $375. And $375, so whatever that is in percentage, 10% is 300, 5%, I think it's 6%. So the target was only 6%. Now it is 10%, and the max drawdown is 6%. So they slightly changed it. Instead of starting with their lowest account, it's actually lowered again. Instead of starting with 6,000, you actually start with 5,000 now. You have to make $500 in profit. Then you have the daily pause. So this here is a little bit more difficult than it was before. So when you actually pay for a $10,000 account, you actually only start with a 5%, or sorry, 5K. Similar with 20K, you actually only start with 10, and then if you buy the 40K account, you actually only start with a 20. And once you hit the target, you're then able to scale up. Once you hit the target, you'll start with 40K in the account. So the scaling plan on this is every time you hit the 10% target, your account would double. Before, it used to be 4 times. So that 6K account actually turned into 24K. And now it will only double. So you start with the 5K, you pass 10%, goes up to 10K, 10K, 20K, so and so on. The drawdown is fixed, which means it stays it never moves from the starting balance. So if on a 5k account here, 6% I think is 6% of 10k is 200, around 300 I think. So $300, so 4,700. No matter, that will always be the drawdown, the max drawdown. So it never moves. So if you gain 10%, the drawdown is then 16% instead of 6%. So as the account grows, your also max drawdown increases. The daily pause will always be there. And again, it's good that they don't, like other firms, fail you for this. They just pause your account. So this used to be, I think, one of their most purchased one. But again, they changed the rules in June, I think. So it's a lot more difficult. They've made it more difficult to pass and get funded. Maybe too many traders were getting funded, and there wasn't enough people failing. Is why they've included some of these, changed the kind of settings on the account. But overall, it still looks very good. You don't feel the daily pause, and the drawdown is fixed, which is one of the most important things that I look at when trading with them. So that is a hyper. I think that's the hyper growth program. The next one is a high stakes. This is one that I've just purchased, 60k K1, and this one has slightly different rules that you have to adhere by. And it is a two-step evaluation. The period, unlimited period to pass the steps. Now it's slightly different. So you have to have a minimal profitable trading days, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Max daily loss is 5%. So if you hit the 5% on any one day, you will feel the challenge. And the maximum loss is 10%. So similar to FTMO on this risk set. Profit target is a lot more reasonable, 8% on step 1 and 5% on step 2. So overall, once you get to 13%, then you 13% overall on the account, then you'll actually get to the high stakes trader. So you also get a refund on the account, and then the profit share is 80% to 100%. So let's discuss some of the things that are important to know about this firm, or this program. Minimal profitable trading days. I'm nearly sure that this year you have at least 3 of those trading days that you're trading. Just let me see here. So a profitable day, at least 0.5%. So on 3 trading days in any one given period, on this to pass this evaluation step and even to get paid out, 3 of the trading days have to be profitable by 0.5%. So 0.5% on 3 of the days are all your trading days. And so that's one of the most important things to know to pass the challenges. So at least 3 days has to be 0.05. Maximum daily loss, we already know that is pretty easy, the growth. And the other is inactive trading days. So if you're inactive for 14 trading days out of the challenge, then you'll fail also. It's one of the important things to note. So make sure you are active when you're trading with this. Overall, this here program looks really, really good and promising. The drawdowns are good. The only thing is you will have to be tested with your skills to achieve the 0.5% on 3 of the given trading days. So I've done the 60k account. So 3 of these trading days, I will have to make $300 on the account. Again, the drawdown is fixed. It never moves. So on the 60k account, you have a max drawdown of $6,000. So even if the account goes to 70k, the drawdown still stays at 54k. So as your account increases, the drawdown stays fixed. So your maximum drawdown will increase too, which is good. And it's one of the main things I like about the 5%ers. Again, they are one of the longest running ones out there. They use their own trading servers, and they say they are a private equity company, so they are trading real funds. And we can never really know with any of these prop firms if they are trading real funds or not. And but you just have to experience that yourself. Again, on the accounts, both on the funded accounts, and I haven't went through the high stakes one. I only signed up for this yesterday, so I'm going to be keeping you updated with the high stakes progress in the coming weeks. With the funded accounts, I've noticed no difference with the spreads, etc. Everything is perfect. I've had no bad experiences so far with 5%ers. I've had no need to contact their support and regarding any of their rules, etc. Unlike Lux Trading, the rules with Lux Trading are most traders will find them hard to understand. Their risk evaluations, etc. Everything with 5%ers, from what I've seen and experienced so far, is straight up. It's in black and white. You can't really go wrong. You can't interpret it wrong. It is maximum daily loss 5%, maximum loss 10%, profit target 8%, and that's it. Personally, I like this high stakes one. I'm going to see how it goes in the future. Hyper growth, again, they've made it more difficult than before. When I actually done this first evaluation, start of the year, it's a lot different now. And the last but not least is the bootcamp program. This one is basically just for low cost entry, and just go through it here. The maximum loss is 4% on these accounts, and the profit target is 5%. So so one of the things I don't understand, I'm just looking at this. This is the first time I've actually went through this. So let me just see. Dun, dun, dun. So they're saying they've got a max. Just trying to get I'm just reading this here. So they have a maximum loss of 4%, but they have a daily pause of 3%. I don't see the point in that at all. The step up every 5% gain. So you get to the next funded level every time you make 5% in 50-50. And when you get up to these higher levels, you get 100% of the profits, which is good. I'm just wondering how they actually make money then from that. So this is a 3-step challenge. So if you start with a 25k, maximum loss is 5%. Seems different. It says 4% down here. Profit target 6%. So, this is the live stages. So this is the challenge stages, and challenge 1, challenge 2, challenge 3. So you start with 25k, maximum loss 1200, profit target is 1500. Then you go on to challenge 2, which is 50k, and you got to make 5%, and then the profit, you've got to make 6% is 3000 in challenge 3. Once you pass challenge 3, you move on to the live stages. So I got it now. So what you have to do is pass the 3 challenge stages first. Okay, $95 for this. Pass these 3 first, and then you move into the live account, which you start with 100k, and then the maximum loss changes and the profit target 5%. So, and then every time you hit 5%, you move up to the next scaling plan. Okay, so that is understood now. Sorry, I'd never looked at that before. So this is good for traders who are starting out. I don't have the money to pay for the hyper growth plans or the high stakes plans. Personally, if you don't have the money, I would go into the bootcamp program and test your skills passing the 3 stages. If you want to get instant funding, you could go straight for the hyper growth program. But again, you're only really, if you even pay for the highest one, you're only really starting with $20,000 in capital. So I think the best program would be the high stakes, and you could start with 100k. And by the time you've probably got to 100k and making good money on the hyper growth, you should have already passed the 2 stages, step 1 and step 2, on 100k account on the high stakes. So maybe you probably even pass this quicker than you would moving up to 100k funded account. Plus note, with the high stakes, you've got the higher drawdowns and the higher max daily drawdowns. So personally, the best program that I would use for the 5%ers is their high stakes. It looks really, really good. Drawdown is good, max drawdown, etc. So this is the one that I'm going to be doing from the future, and I'm going to keep you updated. So personally, again, 5%ers, from my experience, is probably one of the best ones. I've only ever used 2 before the past couple of months. It was 5%ers and FTMO. FTMO was in 2020 when I passed their challenge. And again, started this year, I went through 3 months with the 5%ers and got past the evaluation on the instant funding account. And next I'm going to do the high stakes, because the high stakes looks like a really good one to me. So again, I have no affiliation with 5%ers. I can't give you a discount code. I don't even know how to get them. I'm just sharing you my personal experience. And again, looks like one of the best and fairest ones out there that I've experienced so far. I've had everything is upfront and clear. I've had no reasons to contact support. And yeah, all their rules, conditions are in black and white. And yeah, so 5%ers look good. I will keep you posted with my progress on the high stakes account in the coming weeks and months. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you like the content, and any questions let me know in the comments section, and I shall see you on the next video. Will over at Pips and Gains.